Hello everybody, welcome to night 2 of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Hopefully everybody is having a good weekend, and hopefully everybody was able to join us for last night for part 1 of our playthrough of Danganronpa. And so, hey Olive, how you doing? See you in chat. Welcome. Alright, let's see. Make sure I got everything else kind of set up here and ready to go. Give people a few moments to get in before we get started. So, where we left stuff off at last night is... Do I have hair? Do I, Olive? Oh yeah, I guess, maybe I do. I don't know. It's like, I mean, I guess I have feathers. Feathers, maybe, but... Like, anyway. So, last night we ended on the fact that Sayaka, after getting her video, is scared. She said that someone was trying to seemingly break her way into our room, and she asked if Sayaka and the main character, Makoto, can switch places for the night. And so Sayaka is in Makoto's room. Makoto is now in Sayaka's room. So they switch places for the night for that. So what will happen? Well, I guess we're gonna have to figure out, see what happens next with this. So, but with that in mind, I think we are ready to get started. Give a few more moments, see if we have any late stragglers coming in. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with night 2 of Danganronpa, because I have a feeling the game is about to begin. I don't know which hour. This happened last night with Amara last night. It keeps saying that I have hair or something like that. It's like, you know, why would I intentionally put, one of the main characters in Danganronpa's hair on my head, like as a prop? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll kick off for this. So we'll load the save game. Continue, and where you left chapter 1, Schooly Life Daylight. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So we are now Sayaka's room here. For that, and actually, it's still really loud. Hold on. 1 second, real quick, folks. Just options. Jesus, I didn't realize how loud. I don't know what they did with this game, but it is incredibly loud. It's pink here? Okay. It's like, if y'all say so. It's like, I mean, again, not 100% certain on this one, but all right. So let's see. Let's observe the room and see if there's anything. Okay. Hi Vic, how you doing? All right, let's see. Surveillance camera. Oh, makes sense there'd be one here. Yeah, of course. Oh, let's check the drawer, because the drawer would be... my room came with a toolkit. Sayaka has a sewing kit, just like the note said. Next to it, the map of the body's vital organs. Let's see. What else we got? We know the garbage can. Nowhere to get through other people's trash, but can't help taking a quick peek. Oh, that's... There wasn't any doubt. That was the DVD with her name on it. Okay, all right, fine. I'll stop gaslighting everybody. Yes, I decided that for Danganronpa, I'm going to have the hair of Junko, kind of one of the more recognizable hair in the game series. So yes, I am aware I have Junko's hair on stream right now on my avatar. So yes, I gaslight everybody last night trying to say I don't know what y'all are talking about, but I will stop now. Yes, I decided to. Weird Bonnie, thank you for following. I decided to, for the playthrough, it would be fun to have a accessory what I'm wearing while we're doing this, and so obviously I am wearing the hair of Junko for this. So, all right, reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out where it was in her video, but it's probably best I wait until she brings it up again. Let's see. All right, let's see, bathroom. Remember, have lights on. I'm a little reluctant to go in. Okay, fine. Let me snooping around too much. I should probably just go to bed soon. Lower myself to Sayaka's bed. A pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Oh, dude, Makoto, come on. I see you crushing hard on, Sayaka. Certainly nothing bad is going to happen to her. Feeling a little better than before. I fell asleep. We get another Monokuma theater. There we go. Get gloom now. Imagine you're in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You heard of Noah's Ark, right? Well, sort of like that. We set sail and left Earth behind. Here, you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk divers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to worry or stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Yeah, except we have to murder each other to get out. Bing bong. All right.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet
another beautiful day. Thank you, Monokuma. Still have sleep. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remember I was in Sayaka's room. I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. Better get going. Let's Sayaka's room and made my way towards the dining hall. Ah, there we go. Dining hall. Let's see who's all here. Wow, a lot of people are here already. I got the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto. Good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. No, I can absolutely believe that, Taka. They seem to be the most eager to do stuff, so. Hey, good morning. Was that the FNAF ding dong I know? I don't know. It's like, I just know in Danganronpa it's ding dong bing bong. But maybe it could be. I'll be honest, I've never played FNAF, so I have no clue.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. So, everyone who arrived on time could be considered model high schoolish. And the ones who showed up a little bit late. Yo. Sorry I'm late. My maker just would not cooperate this morning.
Well, hello.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took a little longer than usual. Really, Fumi, you know, a poop joke. Come on. Where the test is more relaxed sense of time. Most hazards fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad.
Guys, slept right through the alarm.
What's your problem?
What is it? Is it so awful to be late?
Yo.
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Hero, what? No, don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. But regardless, everyone had arrived. Had they, Makoto? Someone seems to be missing. This is how it's supposed to go. Wait, are we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. But for her to be late, what's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here. Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she's always got her stuff together. Listen to everyone talk about that. A small, dark speck of unease rose up from inside of me. That speck started to go quickly. Yeah, I need to go. I have to check on her. Words barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. Where I headed first was my room, where I let Sayaka stay for a single night. And she was supposed to be safe. Over the course of that one night, oh boy, the room had been completely transformed. What the hell? Let's see. The bed's been damaged too. Looks like the linen roller has way less sheets than it used to. More importantly, where's Sayaka? The sword is here. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Okay, I guess we'll do all the investigating. Let's just get it over with. I better check the bathroom. Alright. Take a look. Inside. Oh no! No, not Sayaka! Oh no. Took me a second to realize I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black. We now go from daily life to deadly life. Alright, so we are ready now the game begins in earnest. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a scene I remember seeing before. When I sat up, I saw somebody looking at me. You know, somebody I'd seen before. Huh? Ah, you're awake, finally. Are you okay? No time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? Yeah, you were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
No surprise considering what happened. What happened? Yeah, don't you remember? Sayaka's dead in your bathroom. Girl. Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. Boy, do I look like the guilty first party. Deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. Making bracelet solid, that's awesome. I shot out and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is... You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. Thanks, Bayaka. Yeah, the asshole. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think is going to happen if you go out there? What good is it going to do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym like time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be right here, right now either. And why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners. Not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we have already had. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey!
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
Listen up!
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear times one rule.
But...
And who did it? Who killed her? But take a break. I'll just enjoy the stream.
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's...
What?
Oh, what's the matter? You guys look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
No, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone? It's amazing what some people are capable of.
Just
Hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth. So,
Stop talking.
that's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. There's a little rule to it. Why are you laughing? Well, it's cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz out of here? You're super naive, devilish naive, hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to say the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you did that, there's still one part of the agreement you have to uphold. Remember that you can't get caught. That's the catch, is you can't get caught. So yeah, so that makes it a little bit more complicated.
Then
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. Anyone who tells it, if you are black and commit the murder, you can't be found by the other students. This is what you're talking about, is it not?
in other words,
Bingo! It's not just to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. They and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Wait, what exactly is the punishment you keep talking about? Fumi, I think he was pretty clear. It said your school life comes to an end. Well, to put it simply, it's execution! Execution?
What?
And by execution, you mean death.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations.
hey,
Wait, hold on a second.
the hell are
You freaking insane, you know that?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? Junko, have you been paying attention? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What, are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits us. Blasphemy?
The hell are you talking
What?
about?
Punishment? I mean, I don't know. Throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something?
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be a part of this.
I
Don't be-
believe it!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil stands here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. Today, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Yeah!
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Junko, what are you doing?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation.
Oh no, this is not good.
Invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Oh no. I think we just had our second death. Oh no. Junko. What?
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. Just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real! No way!
Well now.
Now, I'm painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am.
Okay.
Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc.
Yeah.
So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you best obey those school regulations.
Alright, we get it. You have all the power here. Body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. Unbelievable amount of blood started pouring from her body. The first time I've ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they had just seen. Junko, who was until just a second ago been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Right,
Probably not all that shocking. Just died, that's all. Just went and died. No more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. This is natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality!
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew.
No, you've been waiting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, do! What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in the search for the blackened. The latest file, all the information I gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
It's the Monokuma file!
Alright, Monokuma file. Alright. Naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I gather everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the circumstances and cause of death, you ask? The cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then.
Wait, so you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind the investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up in class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. Left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. Also the idea that one of us actually had murdered someone. That if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. found ourselves in a situation where we could not help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now, no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is to lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Even to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing waiting for those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
that's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. Well, what other choice do we have? No way in hell I'm letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to get themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I know I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka Killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You think of putting someone on guard duty so that nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I'll only having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then,
Fine, then I'll stay on the guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Mondo?
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Fuck with me.
Screw that piece of shit bear. Agreed.
Huh?
What's going on? Dude! Are you that oblivious? We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Fumi. After this crashed, restarting now. Please wait a moment. Chihiro?
what should I
Someone
do?
got right in front of us. They... Kyoko? I see you hiding back there. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. That would make her suspect number one, in my opinion, but... If we find out who did, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution.
What the heck?
That's what this ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Leon, what are you thinking, buddy? So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? Oh, that's a suspicious look on his face.
Oh,
So he finally noticed. Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. I noticed something obvious and very unusual.
huh?
What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right. Then could it be? Oh, once everyone's gaze turned to me. Yeah, it does look fairly suspicious at this point. Hold on a second. You got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. Looking at everyone's eyes down a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it. I hate this, but we still don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Yes, I am Junko, Jelly Hearts. Yes, I am Junko. Oh, of course, Junko just died, but yeah. So yes, I am Dr. Scripps. What's Junko's last name? Never mind. Okinawa. I forgot it. Anyway, but yes, I'm Dr. Junko Scripps. Hi, Schnitzel Profi. How you doing? Junko Inishima, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am Dr. Scripps Inishima. Yes, I know. Junko just died.
Triage level 1. New patient.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Schnitzel Profi. Schnitzel Profi? Is that how you say it? Schnitzel Profi? First playthrough personally, but I have seen a playthrough of it. I have watched a playthrough of it previously, so I know the story beats for this. But yes, this is the first time I have actually played the game myself. Just a rest check for pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bother to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Kajiri is goated and no one can change my mind. I haven't gotten to the first class trial, but it's through my playthrough. Yes, Kajiri is absolutely goated. I do know she is about to carry this entire game for us. Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really... Hero, where the hell have you been? Yes, it's really real. Everything's... Are you moron? Yes, exactly. Yes. Hero is just like, what the hell? Hold on, someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Thank you, Toko. Thank you.
So then.
Are we done talking? We need to begin our investigation. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. Yes. Well, he claims to be the ultimate clairvoyant. He has been anything but clairvoyant so far. Toko best girl. I'm just laughing at these comments because I'm trying not to spill for the chat in terms of or the people who are watching to know what's coming up next, but I'm laughing at all these comments. So if we get this wrong,
So.
what do I really need to say anymore?
Perhaps
Could you rather you didn't know?
Goodbye.
Everyone, pray for good luck. That Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. Just like that, Kyoko was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm on guard duty. I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, they're thinking of destroying that evidence. They better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and key their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So.
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything. Are we gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway.
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know he killed Sayaka. What are you implying? This is you?
embarrassing.
Telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess I wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. I'm not for sure that it's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. Might as well let's check just to check. If I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. But why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
What? Whoa! Junko's cold, bleeding body is sitting in the middle of the. You didn't pass out here? Guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their party looks having been filled with suspicion. Kills in front of witnesses, either bold or very stupid. Look at Makoto. You actually think he's bold? No. No. This is my first time actually playing it myself, but as I said, I've watched a playthrough of it. I know the story beats, I know what's coming, I even know who's already the first killer, but it's the first time I've actually played through the game myself. So, does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? Well, admittedly, I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will die.
Execution is execution. Execution. Electric chair. Poison
Yes.
gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Well, once we get to the crime scene, I think it's going to be very, very obvious who the killer is. But we'll get there. I'm trying to not let my knowledge of what the game is and try to spoil the game beforehand before we get to those points. So, for this. Can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Alright. Well, investigate. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizano. The time of death was estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appeared to have suffered a fracture. Welcome back, Olive. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I want to find the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Well, we know how she was killed. It's really the question of who killed her. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section. Alright. Hero, you got anything dumb to say? I don't want to die here. I'm begging you, good Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care, just get me out of here. He doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Right, exactly, yeah. I'm trying not to spoil what I know, but as I said, the first case is fairly straightforward. Once you see it, we go back to the crime scene, it'll be fairly clear who's the one who did it. But yeah, I have version 3 too. I eventually, well, my goal right now is to get through Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, and Danganronpa Goodbye Despair before Danganronpa 2x2 comes out, and then we can just go right into 2x2 and see the differences between Danganronpa 2 and Danganronpa 2x2, and then in the end get to Danganronpa V3 for that. Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Alright. Okay, well, let's leave the area. Let's see. Alright, well, you know what, let's use our... Let's use our map and get back to where we're supposed to do. Oh, I got it. Through the area, yes. There's a couple other ones, but I don't know if they have any pertinence to the main thing, but yeah. Head to the right room. Won't make any progress without investigating there. Yes, I agree. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's course still remained. Alright, better examine the state of my room a little bit. It might reveal something new. Well, we actually know a few things already. So, one, lint roller. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Sayaka see some dirty with room and decided to clean up a little? No. Oh, summer camp is just a fever dream. Okay. Anything in here? Okay, I don't see any evidence that's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. It's mine. I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Seriously? Oh, Mondo. When exactly in the mood building fucking furniture, right? You haven't used yours either then yet.
What?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Oh, Ultra Despair Girls. Yes. Okay, yeah. That's... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that might be a... We might eventually get to that one. For that, so... But we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. I was like, why the hell would we? Nice. Toolkit has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay. So, alright. Then the sword. Alright. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus, been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off and applied to the blade and the handle, so that means someone was handling it. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of this coating. Some of the coating sticks to you even if it just touches a little bit. That replica sword has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, let's go the actual sword sheath itself. Plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath. Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must be made with something sharp. How did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during a struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you can do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Must mean that that something was hitting up against it. Replica sword sheath has been added to the truth bullet section. Key. Anything with the key? Key on the ground. Has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. So, we switch rooms, we switch keys too. The Sayaka would have the key to my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get in the room in the first place? Did Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter what it is, don't open your door for anyone. It's like, it is kind of distracting, isn't it? I might, maybe it was just an intro thing. By next week, I might change out and not use it anymore. So, even though I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Actually, there's no way she would have gotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright, let's see. Anything else in here? Let's talk to the actual people. Do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. You better not, because,
By the way.
you know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence right before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of
That
a bitch.
dirty bastard. Anyone who raise their hand to a woman is scum. That deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Yeah, no, Mondo's hair would have been awful. Yeah.
You're fucking
If I ever find that some bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That all gets sorted when the time comes. Alright. Kyoko? Hey, Kyoko. Probably called her name while she was investigating the area. But,
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
touching every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
No! Makoto! Seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so, but why? Now she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
This is as expected. There's something very unusual about your room. Very unusual? Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find a single strand of hair.
indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. The lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Lint roller, Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullet section. All right. All right. Can I go in the bathroom? Oh, no, guess not. I'll check other spots later. What else is there to look at? Nothing else in here. Guess the bed? There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. Oh, there, I guess so. What happened here? I don't know. Okay, so it says I can't go in the bathroom. Oh, scratches on the floor. Okay, that's what they're wanting. Random gouges on my walls and bed. That evidence of a struggle? Oh, there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I had heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All the rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next door, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
This is another one of my strategies. Creating an ideal setting for murder. Yep. Evidence of a struggle has been added to the truth. Let's see. So what else is there? I think that's just the same thing as evidence of a struggle. The walls. Scratching gouges on the walls and bed.
Well.
No, we already heard that. No, stop it. We know. You got that.
Well.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Wait, can we get to the garbage can? Yes, we can. Wait, hold on. What's that? Oh, the stand. It's the display stand the sword was on. What else could there be? What else are y'all wanting me to look at? Can I go in now? This door. Okay. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford it for. Okay, so now it's allow me to go in. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I want to give up. I want to collapse, but that thought held me up, supported me. So, alright, so we can investigate the body first. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but apparently, I'm assuming this was some sort of a cop-out for some markets. Instead of using red for blood, they use pink for the blood. But now it's their time to think about that. What on the Monokuma valve verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp edge had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever used to kill her, where did they get it? Definitely something I should look into later. From the Monokuma file, Sayaka's wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. There's something else glittery on there, her wrist too. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. Definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger. That's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how could only her left finger? His wrist has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. What killed her? So when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on, probably during a struggle. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she had already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Okay, so wait, now do we have additional things we can look at? No. Might as well look at this. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. There I saw 11037. But there's actually a little thing connecting the ones. Hi, Kyoto. Kyoto, how you doing? Whatever, mans. Yes, I see 11037. I wonder what that could indicate. The number is 110. Taka. All right, Taka. All right. The number is 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Oh, okay. Some sort of sharp object's been thrust in her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Where'd they get it? Tell me something I should look into later. We already did all this. Alright. Well, I think we know where we've seen knives before. Alright, so let's get out of here. I don't think there's anything else for us to investigate in here. Yeah, no, nothing else. Alright. Well, I mean, honestly, if you're paying attention, well, I know whatever means. I know exactly who it is. I watched a playthrough of Trigger Happy Havoc. I know exactly who the killer is already. I just don't want to give it away for people who are like all the people who's in chat right now. You tell me who you think it is, unless you know. Don't say it if you know. For that, but if you haven't played this game or haven't seen it before, tell me what you think it is. Yes, I want to leave the bathroom. There's nothing else to investigate here. But I think I need to go to the... It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. The bloody numbers? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. If she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You often talk like an aspiring poet. The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what they could possibly mean. I know what they mean, but again, I'm not going to spoil it yet.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, I mean, she must have wrote it by turning her hand, only her hand, toward the wall. If you write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? Yeah, it would be upside down.
Well...
You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You didn't uncover the mystery of this case in yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I don't know what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message. So as I said, it would be upside down. And so, could that be a person's name? Could 11037 upside down be a person's name? It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, it's better to ask the ultimate programmer.
Makoto.
There's one thing I want to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it got stuck? It gets stuck?
What?
Wait, get stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Yeah, the bathroom door frame. So you have to turn it, lift it, and push it. Push it in to get in. So we know that from earlier from Monokuma.
Correct.
But the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. We're sure you'll see it right away what I'm talking about. Do what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Yeah, it's curved. Someone broke it. The doorknob. Alright. I don't know if there's anything else in here. Is there anything else we haven't actually looked at or talked to in here? Actually, hold on. Can I actually look at the doorknob again? I think we've already established this. The doorknob is practically about to fall off. Okay, they didn't want me to investigate it. Why is it like this? I would assume it's because of a struggle. Use a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. So that means someone did use their toolkit. Or is it obvious that it was intentional? What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
That's maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Well, the girls' bathroom's unlocked, right? Stood there for a while, lost the thought. Apparently stuck with sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
There's one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom doorway is stuck, right? Well, thankfully we're not going to sleep in here, but... Snitchel Profi, I know what you're talking about, and we'll get to that much later in the game, but I do know what you're talking about. Tell anyone about that? Yeah. Well, I did tell Sayaka about last night when we switched rooms. So we were saying only you and Sayaka know about it. Interesting. You had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I get the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Oh, what clears up? I'm still lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. Alright. Forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Yeah, broken doorknob has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright. I don't understand any of this, but I've already given the room a good once over, so maybe I should look around somewhere else. I'll look into where the murder weapon might have come from. Also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. Yep. And I did. I have no choice but to see myself what was in that video. After that, I'm sure there's some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they even talk to me, that is. All right, so we get to go investigating, and the first place I'm gonna head to is the dining area because we saw the weapon was a knife, and so my guess is because we saw an area back in the back where a knife could have possibly come from. Oh, hey, how you doing? Are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. It's all fresh for me, so I don't have the first class clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. I don't know why, but being in a dining hall helps me stay calm. I know I shouldn't, but I've been kind of hanging around here. Tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Huh, okay. Well, let's go back into the pantry area, because I think I know where that knife came from. Oh, what a surprise. Look at that. A knife is missing. Kinds of kitchen knives, big and small, but looks like one of them is missing. Where is it missing from the beginning? Or, no, you've been in here. I've been here to see if anyone else knows more about it. You know more about it. You've been in this room before, Makoto. You know that there's a sixth knife missing here. Oh, we already did all those. Okay. We did those the first time we came here. Let's see. Yeah, do you know anything about one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? That was kind of strange. The knife just suddenly disappearing like that. So it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
No, last I remember they're all lined up in a nice neat row. So when you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining area? Yeah? In other words, you were right here in the dining hall when someone came in and took it? And you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. It proves I didn't take it. It always accounts been added to the truth bullets. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? No, of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, that's just level 1 thinking there. Or Hina. You guys are supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, the one killing the other is a classic drama setup. When you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Yeah, you're way off on this one. Sorry. Alright. I think we need to go up to the second floor now. Area. So let's go up to... We're not second floor. Sorry. Second floor's not unlocked yet. We need to go over here though. And I think we need to get to the... Yeah, the AV room. Go to the AV room real quick because we have... We have a DVD player. Yes, you have a DVD player, and you have a DVD in your possession. Come on, dude, what are you doing? Donut girl. Oh yeah, I guess we should see what the new regulation is. Once a murder takes place, a class trial will begin shortly thereafter. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. If the guilty party is not exposed, they alone will graduate. All the remaining students will be executed. Additional school regulations may be added as necessary. Okay. Alright. So why can't I... Nothing inside. Yeah, I know, but you have one. You have one in your possession. Okay, fine. I guess I'll leave. I don't know why. You have a DVD in your possession. What was the other place I wanted to go to? Room. Oh, hold on. Let me bring up the map. Someone mentioned something about a place that you could potentially trash stuff. That's the courtroom. That's the gem, so that's not it. There's somewhere they mentioned about. Hey, Taka.
Listen to me.
You have a second, Makoto. I'm encouraged something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it. It shows whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. No. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it.
Forget everything I just said. Forget. I mean, that's just a little joke. Even if I do jokes sometimes. You're useless. Let's see. What am I? Isn't there someplace? Oh, you know what? I bet I know where it is. It's on the opposite end of the halls with all the vestibule where trash is. Let's see. Yeah, go there. All right. Let's. All right. Oh, laundry room. Okay. Let's see. Let's investigate. What's the able to investigate in here? Everything has nothing to do with the case. Well, you say that, but I mean, someone could have washed their clothes. There's some magazines laying around. No help there. Okay. Wait, hold on. Has nothing to do with what's going on. Okay. All right, I get it. Okay. All right, let's leave. All right. There. That's the bathroom. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. The garbage area. Alright, so where can we investigate in here? Hatch on the floor. I don't know. Normal bed. It must be locked. The area to investigate is over here. Steady gate. Now where do you get past? Oh, it's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only person on clothing duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Only person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It'd be faster just to go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further.
Allowed in. Cleaning duty's been added to the troop bullets. Monokuma, you annoying little fuck. But we gotta figure out who was on cleaning duty. So, but interesting. I think I actually want to go back to find. First of all, let's find someone who might know something about cleaning. Hey, and it's like Monokuma malfunction. Yeah, you see. You have anything about cleaning duty? No. Like a child lost in the woods, you know that? Total waste of space. What do you mean? Taka's the one who has any interest in organizing things like that. Oh, good point. Okay, well, we know where Taka is. So, let's go back to where we know where Taka is, and we can get there. Hey, Taka, you know anything about cleaning duty? Cleaning duty, eh? Matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really?
Listen to me.
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. Our conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now?
That's wrong.
Actually, no. Oh, okay, then who is? Fumio was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away for it, so I let him have it. So he's on cleaning duty then?
Count on it.
Indeed. We'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long.
Got it.
When time comes, I'll be counting on you. Okay. Alright, well, we gotta go find Hifumi. So, I guess we'll head back to the other area to find Hifumi. Hey. I think we're whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? This is what Monokuma talked about to me yesterday. No, Hifumi is this dude. Talked to me yesterday about it, asked me to take care of it. Don't wanna. The school would just flood the trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I started this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. Since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in the front of the trash room?
Here we go.
Of course. My job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. To do that, they gave me the key to the trash room gate. We're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get to the trash room? Only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? Why am I going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. Anyone can go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. If the room would disappear, then things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that,
Hey, you bastard.
Eddie, why did you want to do clean duty gig anyway?
Oh.
Why did I volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do? What's the big deal?
You.
Blair, I know you did it.
Is it like.
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
There's no way
What are you
to
talking
think
about?
this
All
in
my
a
love is for
common
Tootie.
sense kind of way.
You know what I mean.
There's all kind of trash diggers like that. And you get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. Only 3D is good for us to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you telling an embarrassed to say stuff like that? Isn't worried about Hifumi's questionable morality. There's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has clean duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
And if you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. So now you want to completely join my party? Sorry, but you've already triggered that flag. Haven't triggered that flag yet. You helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get to the trash room and look around.
You.
Oh, okay. So easy. You headed down to the trash room. Alright, we're back here. Alright. You let me open the gate, wouldn't you? When I look at it, it makes me think. He said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So, him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. You use it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you are planning this all along. No. You want to see the actual killer try to destroy any evidence or not. The actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Maybe a parallel world? Whatever, just let's hurry up and keep looking. Alright. So, well, there's something bloody down there. What's that? On the ground in front of the incinerator. That's like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece like a burning love? No. More like a piece of... Anyway, this is a piece of cloth, and the shape, or the sleeve from a button-up shirt. Oh, look at it. It's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left. This is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. There are lots of people with white button-up shirts, though. It's not enough to go by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullet section of your game. Let's see. What other things can we investigate? This. Shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It's usually some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
That? You know what that is? If you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. No, it's not Dragon Ball, Ifumi. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Miana girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? Only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. They better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball has been added to the truth bullet. And the incinerator itself. The incinerator. Way in the back part of the trash room. You get 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes,
It's a
indeed.
pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on clean duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave. Okay. Someone turned the incinerator on? It was off the last time I was down here.
Is it a
Because of the work of a fairy. Do you realize what you just said? A fairy? No, you just said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yeah, about that. There's no mistake. I got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. Since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
no
it would be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet, someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. How is that possible? Incinerator's been added to the truth bullets. Yes, a fairy, yes. Well, very strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does all mean, Mr. Yagi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it.
Or I know
I'm
who did
sure
it.
of
All the mysteries are being solved one by one. I was living out his comic book fantasies. Well, there is one other thing we need to look at here, which is this. Green button turns on, the yellow button turns on. So it seems anyway. Well, let's see. So we have a glass ball down here that was apparently thrown about 30 some odd feet to here and turned on the incinerator, and then someone also threw a bunch of clothes or evidence from 30 feet away and got it into the now active incinerator. I wonder who could throw a glass ball 30 feet. Alright, leave the area, yeah, we're done here. We're done here. Alright. Let's go back to the gym area. Oh yeah, we gotta go upstairs. Upstairs to the gym. Actually, I probably well, that's right. I can't speed run until. All right. So let's see. Is there a glass ball around here? Yeah, well, they all are actually. It was like, I think. Chihiro? I can ask you something.
Huh?
What is it? Sayaka left a message. Here on the number is 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like they could be a code or something? Sorry, no. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know. It's okay. But don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Anyway. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, it couldn't be. Hey, Hera, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Snap out of it. What are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only brought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. How did it break? It broke because you're an idiot to think that's unbreakable. Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? Said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. Said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was this seriously all BS? Hero. Yes, it was all BS. Alright, let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. In the laundry room. Means anyone could have found it and taken it. Okay. Been updated in the truth bullet section. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I studied from fortune telling for 2 full years. Oh, Jesus, hero! Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty creepy, actually, considering it gave you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. No, don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad for him whatsoever. In fact, you know, let's just get out of here. Let's go to the laundry room and see if there's any evidence that someone picked this thing up. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Wrong map. This map. It's where they give you 2 maps. Alright. Let's head back to the laundry room and see if there's any evidence of someone might have picked it up. There's that. Vending machines don't have any way of helping to solve the case. Alright. Okay. Yeah, leave the area. So this is useless. For now. Leon! Ultimate baseball player! What up?
Seems like...
Doesn't seem right. Photo file says Sayaka was killed in your room. This game's not thinking, could it be the nameplate? Sayaka's room. But the nameplate has my name on it. Wait, hold on. Did someone change the nameplates? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Were switched? All that effort for switching rooms without anyone noting was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates has been added to the truth bullet section. Can I actually go in? Oh, yeah. Y'all two are just here watching stuff, so not to impose on y'all, but yeah, I need to leave. All right. So someone came in and changed the nameplates. All right, so where else? So what else do we need to go investigate? Kitchen. Can't do the bath yet. I guess I need to go talk to everybody at least once. Kill someone just to save your own life. I've been living with someone like that. I think I might vomit. But is what Monokuma said really true? Want us really kill Sayaka? Mastermind really was going to get involved. They would have just killed us all on day 1. That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you, I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I already know who did it. After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? What more proof do we need? We already know the truth. She really doesn't trust me at all. Alright. Let's find out where everyone else is and get to them. So we did that. Oh. Oh, let's go here. We haven't done Celeste yet. Hey Celeste. Do you have any clues or anything? Any clues? Just disagree. We don't know who the culprit is and leave it at that. What secrets I may have, I don't intend revealing anything until the class trial. Okay, then do you have any suggestions for I should start looking?
Well,
Annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? Well, it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. Seeing the crime naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking at. Trash room? Perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there's one little problem. This
As for me,
place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. First, I need you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's useless. Whoa, what's that? Wait. There's a gun attached to it. Try not to get too close. Alright. Okay, so we talked to... I think we talked to almost everybody. There. We talked there. Let's get out of here. Is there something I'm supposed to look in the... I don't think there's anything in there. Let's see. Map. Yeah, we got them. Wait. Oh, do I need to go back to the dining hall? Okay, actually, well, I was saying there's something in the dining hall, so let's go in the dining hall. See what we missed over here. All right.
cause I mean,
Lock? We investigated everything there. Fruit? Oh, we got a coin. Okay. Alright, leave the kitchen. Yes, one more time.
cause I mean,
So it seems like I have to go back to one of the dorm rooms. Go into Makoto's new room. Let's see. And get the organ map. No useful clues. Oh wait, did I actually take it? Not take it out? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, now I can. Okay, so now I can go back to the. Okay, now I can go back to the other room. Now I can go back to the AV room. All right. I assumed that I took it earlier. That's why, or I took it a while ago, but apparently I did not. So, all right. Now we can go to the AV room and watch whatever is on Sayaka's. See what's on the DVD. Then, image slowly appeared. Some kind of concert. Standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. He was there along with her friends. She said it had been so important to her. Positive glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. And that image made it only harder to accept. Especially that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I'd come to despise so much began to flow out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Oh no. Suddenly the screen went dark. And the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Oh! What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which is now in ruins. What I didn't know more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell
Apart. Kinda does, yeah.
None of them
Evil
will
SpongeBob.
ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to.
Oh no.
So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Obviously, it's something you did. Look for the answer after graduation. That warning the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're super famous part group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? That really didn't happen. Everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Oh, this is the last part of the... Alright, we're ready.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Alright.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Yep.
See you soon!
Alright. It's time. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Alright. We've got all our evidence. We've got everything in place. It's time. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you are afraid to be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. Save that for the class trial. Then we can reveal all the details of Makoto's crime. They really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? One who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please
Right.
board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fate will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Alright. Oh, do we have to talk to everybody? Let's get started.
Got it.
And so maybe you're just maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way.
Why?
I wish I was here took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Really gotta go through this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
I want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hey.
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Really how Sayaka wanted us to find out who killed her?
What the heck?
Can't help but wonder whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. As you say that with gritted teeth towards me. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? A lot, actually. But we'll get to that to the trial. Though insistent, even though you're obviously killed her, you're very impressive. Well then, time has finally come. Are you ready? School basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Nagi's final curtain call. And there you are, Leon.
You know what I mean.
I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. Guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
Go for it, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You didn't uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. I raise my voice to try and give myself courage. I turned trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. Each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator, and I finally stepped on. Doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clinking sound toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row time finally comes.
Oh,
Yeah, they really do, kind of, yeah. That is not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Obvious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. We finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? No, it doesn't actually. Like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, alright, find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. These were arranged in a giant circle, set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer the tension and unease onto anyone else. Air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. So the curtain on our first case opened. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, deadly faith, a deadly clash trial. Yes, I would like to save my dad at this point, thank you. Alright. Okay, so open handbook. Alright, so let's see. We have truth bullets. So we have a whole bunch of things here that are gonna be useful. Work hard, regulations, and set skills. So we do have one skill that we can use. It was Sayaka's dying thing to us. Affected during the bullet time battle. Cost 3 SP. Alright. Set our skills. And finish preparations. And now let's begin the clash trial. That trial begins. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine
I have not watched the anime. No, I've just watched this. Or I've watched the playthrough of this. Of the first one.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Yeah, exactly.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
Oh, you mean the ones people who died?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Oh, dude, Hifumi, not the time or place for this.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Good question.
No reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Yeah, y'all didn't design it just for.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
All right.
First
Let's go.
up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
All right. About time to begin. Debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. As things progress during the crash draw, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, and then fire with the Y button. Alright, left stick to aim, fire with Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and use your truth bullets to blast through the right ones. Now, if you run out of time, you automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, here we go. Evidence of a struggle. Alright.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Mizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Yeah.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Nope, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Yep. That is wrong. Yeah, first one's very easy, of course. So
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
there was a struggle.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yep.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between
That's the question.
Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
No, it couldn't have.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Yes, I agree. That's
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
yep.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Well, we know it was the knife. There's no real argument here. It's the knife. Here's your knife set. Yeah.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
No shit.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Nope, that's not right. It wasn't some random knife. Yep. Nope. There was a whole knife set.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh?
Eh.
A kitchen knife?
Yep.
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yeah, no
And
shit.
If you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
It absolutely was a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Easy.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
True.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Oh, it will.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Hey, jury.
Do you really believe that?
He's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. I know damn well I'm not the killer. A bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. You can concentrate by holding down the RB button. So, alright, so RB, when you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. Other than that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. Focus gauge will recover over time. So let's let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, non-stop debate number 3. Thank you, argument. Anyways, alright.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall.
Nope, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Yeah.
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yep. I was in the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And it
Hina, that makes you
while you were there. Did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No.
No, I don't think so.
The question is then, who did?
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time.
Which means...
In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Oh.
Idiot swimmer girl?
I mean...
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Alright.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who
One
does the killing
idiot
will
swimmer
get to
girl.
graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Alright, well there you go.
Did I say that out loud?
Well, thank you, Monokuma. It made that very easy for us.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No,
True.
no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Yeah, but so yeah, you basically almost confessed to that.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Wait, what?
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Oh.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Wait, what?
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to
Sakura
stay
never does
over.
change expression, yeah. Calm, collected.
Which means we have airtight alibis. You
Sure.
stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school's regulations?
No. It doesn't say you have to stay in your room.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Nope.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
Nope, you're right.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Wait, what? As far as we know at this point in the It's 2 girls.
But
I am a girl. Yeah, it's like, oh wait, shit. I'm sorry. I just realized I let something spill there that I probably shouldn't have let spill. But all right, anyway.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Taka, way to go. Way to go, dumbass.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Well, certainly they had to see someone come into the kitchen.
Actually, there is one other possibility.
Sakura's not a boy.
Right, Hina?
But as I said, I almost let a spoiler for a different case spoil that one. But I'm not going to mention it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Who?
Why didn't you say so
in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Oh. You're talking about Sayaka, yeah.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Ah. Sayaka? So Sayaka got the knife. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Schnitzel Profi. Yes. Yeah, don't spoil it in the chat, but yes, you... Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Well, it had to be Sayaka now.
I got it!
Yeah, that's easy.
Sayaka
Yeah, don't spoil her, yeah.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Which means someone else grabbed it in the struggle.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yeah, that's exactly.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Unfortunately, Bayaka's right.
Do it after all.
But there is other evidence.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Yeah. You possess the most terrifying...
Terrifying talent.
I'm trying to let the voice acting do the voice acting. If I don't do something, they're going to blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Uh-huh, yep.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Uh-huh. The first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. As things advance further in Clash Trial, the Hangman's Gambit will take place. The point is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use left stick to aim, press the Y button to shoot the desired letters. Alright. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. Gauge. If the gauge is 0, if you run out of time, or if you run out of time, you fail. And then good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. We just figure out what that something is. Alright. Hangman's Gambit time. Hair.
Now I understand.
Yeah. It was the whole hair thing she was talking about.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Uh-huh.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Bingo! Got it.
It's unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
Not bad, but...
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
True.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Oh, we know the answer to that.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Yep.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you, Kajiri. Thank you for saving my ass. And Makoto isn't the culprit? Nope.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Suddenly Makoto is bald, yeah.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yep.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into
the bathroom?
Did they have any trouble with it?
They did.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yes, it is.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I do. Killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence proves that is the object the killer broke. Find it. The broken doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh?
Yep.
The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
Yep.
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Wait a minute, Kajiri, you just said something.
This
There's
is
no lock.
another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Why would he
But
have
if
to?
the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
That was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it first, but the key point here is a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. We'd like to learn more. Yes, please. Here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots there are, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. You're just truthful on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. But then good luck and have fun. Alright, so we have one bullet. So, make your argument. The issue is bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yep.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yep, no issue there.
She then fled into the bathroom.
True.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Oh.
Shoot!
Wait, that was not it?
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Alright.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes, that's true.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Yep. True.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Nope, that's the wrong statement. Bewildering? Yeah.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
Locked. It's because of the door frame.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right.
Right.
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
Yep.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Yeah.
That's not lucky at all.
Yeah, so we know. You made that joke before.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Squidward, yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
But since it was stuck...
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Yep. But they didn't know the door was actually couldn't be. In other words, the important detail of the scene of the crime, though, was that the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
But we know the answer to that. We know the answer to that.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
The nameplates got switched.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Yep.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
She would lock the door.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Yep.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
Yeah, because he knows how to open it.
The killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
And didn't know how to...
Makoto couldn't have done it.
I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
Ah, we can get to that.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well,
Oh, we know.
why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Not with our lives on the line, Taka. No.
Rules? You really think that's a good idea?
No.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Yeah, you look a little freaked over there, buddy.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Huh?
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Good question, Hina. Good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Seems like whoever was inside had to let the person in.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
No, Leon.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
Right in it.
Could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
Fumi, you're actually right on that
No,
act.
that can't be it either.
Well,
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
well, because I wanted to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. The answer's right there. There's no way Sayaka could let someone in because... wait. Switching rooms?
I got it!
Yeah, we switched rooms.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Thing goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even I'm sure it's you absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Except... Yeah, Fumi's not even pointing at Makoto. Yeah, because he's right beside Makoto. He should be pointing like this way, like... He should be moving like to the side.
What if her being scared was a lie?
True.
Huh?
Well, we know she at least left the room once.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Yep.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Hina, you're not making yourself sound innocent.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Another reason why Makoto's innocent.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
It sounds like it would be Sayaka.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, of course not.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
In that note, Sayaka wrote it.
But why?
Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
So who was she trying to get a hold of?
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Fumi. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Can you be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Why?
What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes, let's finally present something.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Make your argument. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone wrote that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Nope, not so fast, Celeste. The nameplates were switched. In fact, I think I know who switched it.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Yep.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yep.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had
Sayaka's name.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yep.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where
Sayaka was. Perfect. Yes.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Yep.
And
Be
the
very
one
easy,
who
actually.
switched the names was...
Well, of course it was.
It wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Of course not. No.
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka, of course. The one person who could have switched the nameplates. Of course. The only person who knew to switch rooms was Sayaka, of course, switched it.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
But by default,
so
it had to
the
be
only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was
Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yep. Something I want to talk about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room. Okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Yep, exactly.
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was
Makoto's room. Well, Mondo's always angry as hell.
What? Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
This is where we get to the hard part of this trial now. Not hard as in difficult, but hard in that you have to understand the motive.
We first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Yep.
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Nope. Sorry, Taka. You got it backwards.
We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
Well, that's true.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Yeah.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yes.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Yep.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Kind of.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Oh, I know the answer. The reason I know is because you look at the rest, there's no doubt. Where is it?
I got it!
The gold.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Yep. All right.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Yep.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
She was holding it.
Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Yes.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Hero, just shut up. You've been worse than useless this entire trial. What happened in my room? What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. We'd like to hear more. Yes. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Yeah. Start with the next debate. I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. And with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence. You press the LB button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Alright, so LB to switch, RB to slow down. Listen, cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down and use right stick to left instick to elect a specific bullet. By the way, the logic difficulty is set to kind. Fewer bullets will be loaded into each cylinder. Or versus this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Okay. And then good luck and have fun. Alright. Make your argument. So we have replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword. Alright, so I think I know which one's gonna be needed here.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
No.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Now let's rotate back around to that. This sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yep.
When
So.
the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak attack.
Ah. Nope. The knife was the attack, not the sword sheath, or not the sword.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Like a knife.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Uh-huh.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Yep.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yes.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
So.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
Yep.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Knife? Yes.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Which means.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah. Well, it must be like, really, y'all are not thinking through this.
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No, Taka, you're wrong.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
No.
And after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Nope.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Nope. Yep. Kajiri, once again, is correct.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because
she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
yeah, her hands would have gold on it. It would have to be her palms. Yeah. Yeah, her palms were clean.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Exactly.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Yep.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Yep.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Yep.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
And she would have washed her wrist too, Toko. Come on.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, because I think your statement was dumb.
No, that's not it at all.
Because what happens in the bathrooms at nighttime? Oh yeah, the water was off.
I got it.
Yeah, the showers are turned off at
According
night.
to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Yep.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
That is correct. Oh,
didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Actually, I haven't taken a shower for a year.
We've been here 4 days, Toko. Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Fumi, it's a. Apparently.
Obviously.
It's so obviously, yes,
So
exactly.
anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then
That means she attacked whoever the killer was with the knife first.
is the only one who used the sword.
Bingo.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
It's Sayaka. And the one without the support. It had to be Sayaka, of course.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yep, which
But
means
we already said that the attack.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Yep.
Then the
Bingo.
one who attacked first was...
Sayaka.
Sayaka?
Yep. So Sayaka was intending to kill somebody.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Yep.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
She absolutely was. And guess what, Makoto? She was planning to try to nail you with it.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Yep.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Yep.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yep.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It is absolutely a possibility.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Yep.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yep. Her plan was to switch back in the morning and switch the nameplates back.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
Yep.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If
So this is getting it.
knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
It's like, I mean, admittedly, these are a bunch of high schoolers trying to solve a murder, so I give them a little leeway, but...
So all that's why she switched...
But as bad as Kajiri already knows the answer to it.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Well, if it was his life on the line,
I'm
he
sure
would.
Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Okay, Bayaka. Alright, alright. Well, no, it's not because she's right next to me or whatever. Or she was my assistant or whatever, you know.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yep.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
It did.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Yep.
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Bingo.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Yep.
Just hold on. That can't be true.
It absolutely is.
Because...
Hey, you guys have
Totally derailed it.
the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Okay, so yeah, we got a little bit of tangent of...
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
But we know who did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Yep.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Kajiri, you already know the... You already know the answer. Really all over? What can I do? And as far as clues go, nothing left. Yes, there is. There's a whole lot left, dude. You have little faith. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Right at Leon, too. There's a dying message.
there still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Yep.
Dying? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Yep.
Written in her own blood.
Objection, yeah.
There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
It is.
Before we get too far into that, I need to ask, Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Uh-huh. I can prove it with her index finger.
I got it!
Left index finger had blood on it.
Left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Uh-huh.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her
The
left,
left hand to write. Bingo, Taka. Very good point.
Sure.
Yes.
I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Yep.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Well, it's not numbers.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's
Because they're
not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just a look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Like an N.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Yep.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Dude.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know. Yes, you do.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Yep. Because she had to write it upside down. Rotate it. Maybe I see something.
Oh my god.
She
Now
wrote down
I
the
see.
killer.
She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Bill's real killer's name is... Turn the message 180 degrees. It is... To become crystal clear. Well, hello, killer.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around,
It becomes Leon. Leon is the guilty party.
Leon, or more accurately,
Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
No, it's
just
not.
A bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
Yep.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
What?
You know what
I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
The evidence
Yep.
Leon tried to get rid of?
Trying to get rid of. Thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator. Where is it? Where is it? The burnt shirt piece.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Uh-oh.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into
We're in the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Yep.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Not quite, but we got more.
I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button.
No.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
Oh, but I can.
That alone isn't enough.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are
Right here. Yes, they are.
I think so.
I wasn't able to get her out. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How? It has to be. Where was it? Let's see.
Shoot.
Shit. Okay. You hit there. How was it supposed to?
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Uh-huh.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Uh-huh.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Yeah, not quite.
Interesting.
Wait, yeah, did you realize he just accused you? No, that's wrong. There's another way to cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Yep. The glass ball. Shattered crystal ball. Alright.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
No, that's not it.
The only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the
No, that's the one.
evidence.
Not necessarily. There's a shattered crystal ball there. And that's going to throw it off.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
You could if you had
Yes,
an arm.
could. If you use this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
You'd have to throw it. Which was throw it. It had to be a good throw,
They
too.
simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Yep. Huh, someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Exactly, Shinisa proof. Yep, that's only a baseball player would be able to throw it 30 feet, you know, essentially to do that.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been
Turned on
without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch
without opening the gate. Yep.
Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yep.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least
It's 30 feet.
30
Yep.
feet, right?
That means it has some.
Accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Yep. The ultimate baseball.
Right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
It says the ultimate baseball player.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yep.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing arguments about it again. Would you like to hear more? Yes, absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to the end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you will be given a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events from the case in form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic book there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim in a missing section and press A, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so let's piece this together. Alright. So, let's see. Alright. So, how am I supposed to... Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. Alright, so the first thing was someone came to the room. Came in. And then... Sayaka attacked with a knife. Oh wait, hold on, wait. Let's see. Alright, and then... Wait, no. Wait, no, that's not right. That's there. Alright. What am I missing here? Yes, the murder was self-defense, yeah. Oh, here we go. This. Because this is still in the stand. And so it attacked, and then she attacked, and then blocked it. Alright. And then... the next thing was... where is it? Where is it? Then did that. And then she ran into the bathroom. And then... Wait, sorry. Nope, sorry. Wrong one. She dropped the knife. And then... and then there. Then she ran into the bathroom. He couldn't get in, so he had to... Actually, stab. Sayaka used the last restraint to leave something behind. That's not there. Oh wait. Oh no, that is a stabbing. Hold on. Then something's off. Oh no, she's not. She wasn't dead there yet. Wait, maybe that is the spot. Hold on. Okay, well, let's go to the end and we'll put in the last pieces first, because we know what the last pieces are. Okay, so right, we know that's the lynch roller here. And then after the killer threw to activate the incinerator must have been used. All right. Killer threw in the incinerator was, yeah, a slight piece burned off. So that was that. Wait, but no, that's not everything, is it? Yes, this is a lot of fun.
The killer is you!
Is that it?
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words,
or it's my room.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
That's right. Block, good.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh. Shit. Okay. Okay, so what is this? Okay, after the killer countered Sayaka's attack with an attack of their own, what did they do next? Okay, so it's not that. It has to be this, right? Oh no, she... Wait, hold on. Flip these. And then... could have done that is... right? And then, okay, now we can reenact.
You!
Alright, I think we got it.
During the struggle,
yeah.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Perfect.
Finding
And then,
herself
cornered.
Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom
door open.
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Yep. And so he had to use that to open it.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
yep.
and stabbed Sayaka.
Sayako, yep. She wrote her dying message.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
I mean, Sayaka, yeah. Then they cleaned the room.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
And then went to the incinerator.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. He tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
Yep. And they tossed it.
So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. the killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
Yep.
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot.
Yep.
And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Yep. Fired it up, wrapped it up, and tossed it. Alright.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
One little...
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
Yep.
The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
And done. Complete.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right?
Yep.
Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
Everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Of course he does.
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
That's pretty clear, dude.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Am I? Have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like any more? Yes. This is the part I'm honestly worried about. Your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. I like to refer to as a bullet time battle, also known as the BTB or the BTW. During BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each of the tempo markers as they move across the screen to reach the center. Press the A button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Press the Y button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Alright. Using Seiko to start up a combo. Keep going, this going, you'll initiate a tempo up. Notice that if you keep missing, you'll get in a tempo down situation. That is the timing of hitting each button press. Do enough damage here, and their weak spot statement will appear. You can press the Y button to shoot it down with a true bullet like any other statement. Come out victorious. Alright. So this is the thing I'm worried about, so...
The killer removed the screws from the doorknob. They didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
Could it have been?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Yep, you're losing it, Leo. Alright. The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Here's your proof! You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Shut up! Shut up! Stupid!
Final strike, airing.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
The toolkit. There we go. Whew, that was close.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Yep.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be
The screwdriver, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
Yep.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were inside.
Sayaka's room. Yep.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Which means...
Then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Obviously he used his own.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Yep. Stupid. Yep.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
Yeah, I'm playing on controller, so maybe I should try to play next time on with mouse and keyboard.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
Yeah, you've lost. You lost, Leon. We caught you.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yep. A. C. Okay, yeah. Final result A. All right, I got an A. Like, it's like, yeah. The bullet time battles are going to be my weak point because I am terrible with rhythm games. But I think I understand it now. Is that you do A, link a bunch of stuff, and then do Y when you have enough to you can just blow them up at once. So 75 medals. Wow, nice. Oh wow, I got 2 achievements out of that too.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
Yep.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the
Monokuma, I think it's very clear. We all very clearly know who this is.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma vote. It's time. Winner is Leon. Guilty. There we go. Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, is none other than Leon Kawada. Yep.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
The hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Just kill her, be killed.
So that's why
I killed her first. I understand.
you are any different.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. There's a complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky.
Unlucky.
That's all.
That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me just to accept my death? Well, kind of, yeah. The decision we made was right after all. When I think about that, I'd be better off if we would have been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now that we're trapped here with no way out, they're probably waiting for me. And they're dead, apparently. Can't afford to be stuck in here. One thing was more important than anything else. Her dreams and her friends. I had to see something like that to them. And Sayaka. Did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean, even some things that weren't so pleasant. That's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. And when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
you're ready to die for me to die to graduate. She was lying to me from the beginning. He was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Not in the very first place. She didn't act that way until she saw the video. Guess I'll never know. But there's nothing I can do to ask what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, hmm? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seems so nice and slowly on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. Did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yep, yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion enters me low. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
That's enough. Yeah, thank you, Kajiri. I KO lashed on my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it wouldn't... strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
We don't want to make enemies pay for what they've done. Let it go for now. Damn it! Well, that was a close one. I thought I was sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawato will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean
Execution? Yep.
Wait a second.
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. It wasn't actually, though, because you could have left. Yeah, Kyoko is amazingly smart at this. It was self-defense. It wasn't, though. The second you decided to open up the door to the bathroom when she was already locked in there, it became murder.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your own toolkit? She shut herself in the bathroom. You went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into her bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong? No, you are not wrong, Celeste. At one point,
Do you understand?
you had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? No, that's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, you sure? You were closer to anyone, were you not? You killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him. Huh? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in the situation, the mastermind. Oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Just so happens there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Isn't that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to where we're waiting for. Oh, punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey.
No more begging. No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
All right. It's time for punishment. This will be the last thing we do tonight, obviously.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Koala, the ultimate baseball star.
No.
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time. All right. All right, the first execution in the game. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. All right. Oh no, that's a bunch of baseballs. A 1,000 blows. Oof. That's gotta be painful. Goodbye, Leon. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. 1,000 baseballs thrown high speed at him. Allergic. Well, I mean, anybody would be allergic to 1,000 baseballs, so. Yeah, y'all just had to watch that. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. And if we can call it that, what else can we call it?
Extreme!
Ooh, extreme! My adrenaline's pumping right out of control! What's going on? I can't take this anymore. We have to keep doing this? Just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all the ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. Yeah, I don't know why Fumi is so shocked. That's every single one of you can get on board with that. But hey, I mean, we're doing pretty good and you threw a motive at us. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us? Evil? You sound like some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. It's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. I'm gonna pound your ass in the ground. You must really hate me. Get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. Happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. course we can't get free from the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. But that's the thing, Schizoprophy, it's not the first time they saw death. They saw Junko's death. Second time, yeah, thank you. It's the second time they saw death, not the first time. And technically they saw, Sayaka's body too, so they saw the aftermath. Well, I'm sure once you all learn the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. And boy, isn't it so wonderful how we get to live here forever.
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before. Let's go to the blackout. But everyone is waiting for after all. Everyone? Huh, what could he mean by that? Yeah, exactly. Well, they saw Sayaka's body at least, so yeah. Who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I got to say. I didn't say something fun for later. Why? Because this bear is a sicko. And just like that, he was gone. But they're overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Alright, even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Yeah. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone. Their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? Sure. Be close to what's in my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, something I want to talk to you about. About Sayaka, isn't it? Right, you figured it out.
Listen.
Right before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? That never crossed my mind. I felt like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even until the end, she was sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. Huh? She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. There's no other way you can know that. Only Sayaka will know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
If you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. She didn't care what happened to you. Never would have left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
Certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. It is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
Almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome. Or you can move past the deaths of all your friends, Sayaka and Leon. Keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Past their deaths. I can never do that. I want to carry them with the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Yeah, Sayaka, I carry them with me forever. Wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, choosing the hard road. I have high expectations. Oh, she's actually being nice to us now. So that she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. I did not want to talk to you about Sayaka. Oh, well, I'm psychic. Oh, Makoto's last,
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Aw. Chapter 1, To Survive, is finished. A sweet, 15, we're down to 12. To be continued. Yeah, you received the spare bat present. I don't know who would want it, but you want to say the data, yes. All right, and with that, I think we are at a good place to finish for tonight. For this. So, well, actually, let's see. We might move to bed. Oh no. Nope. Okay, it'll give us a chance to explore the room and everything else. for this. So, with that in mind, the clinic is closed for this weekend. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, and all my socials at Dr. Scripts VT. But until next time, goodbye, everybody.